good morning and welcome to Praise Him with me, Pamela Masih, here at ECC TV. That was obviously Praise My Soul, the King of Heaven, and that is the title song for this programme. And I got the idea for this programme one evening when I was laid on the bed, and I know it's come from God. He said, you need to do a programme where you're singing songs and praising and worshipping me. So this programme is the result of that, and I'm truly grateful to him for putting that idea in my mind. And I know that he wants me to sing my heart out for him and to help bring others to him through my singing. And I'll tell you a bit about my personal history of how music brought me to God a bit later on. But we'll go on to our next one. Praise to the holiest in the heart, and in the depth be praise. In all his words most wonderful, most sure in all his ways. O loving wisdom of the God, when all was sin and shame, a second Adam to the fight and to the rescue came. O wisest love that flesh and blood, which did in Adam fail, should strive afresh against the fall, should strive and should prevail, and that a higher gift than grace should flesh and blood refine, God's presence and his very self and essence all divine. O generous love that he who smote in man for man the foe, the double agony of man for man should undergo, and in the garden secretly and on the cross on high should teach his brethren and inspire to suffer and to die. Praise to the holiest in the heart, and in the depths be praise. In all his words most wonderful, most sure in all his ways. That was a beautiful hymn. The words were written by John Newman, and it's actually from the Oratorio of Gerontius. It was set to music by Elgar back in 1900. And I love the words, a lot of the words to this song, but looking at the last two verses, well, the last verse, no, not the last verse, I'm getting all muddled up here, just hold on a second, about, and the higher that gift of grace should flesh and blood refine, God's presence and his very self and essence all divine. To me, it's what we as Christians are striving to be to be as he is in this world and do the work that he needs us to do. And that is having the essence of God in us, in our flesh as well. Beautiful words. So the next song we're doing is Love Divine or Love Excelling. Love divine, oh love's excelling, joy of heaven to earth come down. Fix in us thy humble dwelling, all thy faithful mercies crown. Jesus, thou art all compassion, pure unbounded love thou art. Visit us with thy salvation, enter every trembling heart. Breathe, oh breathe, thy loving spirit into every troubled breast. Let in us all inherit, let us find that second rest. Take away our bent on sinning, Alpha and Omega be, and of faith as its beginning, set our hearts at liberty. Come, Almighty, to deliver, let us all thy life receive. Suddenly return and never more thy temples leave. Thee we would be always blessing, serve thee as thy house above, pray and praise thee without ceasing, glory in thy perfect love. Finish then thy new creation, pure and spotless let it be. Let us see thy great salvation perfectly restored in thee. Change from glory into glory, till in heaven we take our place, till we cast our crowns before thee, lost in wonder, love and praise. Don't you just love the words? Don't you just love the words? Take away our bent on sinning. And the last one of that verse, set our hearts at liberty. Beautiful. I've just got a little psalm for you. I was looking at psalms about praise and worship. And I've got Psalm 34, verse 1. I will bless the Lord at all times. His praise shall continually be in my mouth. I hope that will be for all of us. There is a He died to make us good, that we might go at last to heaven, saved by his precious blood. There was no other good enough to pay the price of sin. He only could unlock the gate of heaven and let us sing. Oh, dearly, dearly he has loved, and we must love him too, and trust in his redeeming blood, and try his works to do. I'm so sorry. I just felt so overwhelmed by that song. I've been rehearsing it this morning and it didn't affect me exactly like that, but it has now. That the words, I mean, we're coming up to Holy Week, and the words all the way through that song, I just wanted to cry. So forgive me for that, I can't help it, and I didn't know it would take me like that. But the words, you can just feel what Jesus was going through when he took all the pains and sins for us. And suffers, he hung and suffered there. And he died that we might be forgiven. He died to make us good, that we might go at last to heaven, saved by his precious blood. And I was telling you earlier that I was going to tell you about how I came to Christ. And I mean, I love singing, you can probably tell that even though I broke down with this last song. But my music has always been really important to me. And I used to sing with the Huddersfield Choral Society Youth Choir. And we'd sung songs like this and God So Loved the World so many times, and it didn't really have any effect on me. But once I joined the choral and we started singing a lot of oratorio, which is all very, very sacred songs, and things like Steiner's Crucifixion and from the Messiah, My Redeemer Liveth. And one day we were singing those songs and I just couldn't stop crying, and that's when I knew that I had to do something about it. I knew God was calling me to him through the songs that I was singing. So here I am today, and I'm so grateful that I'm here and I can sing my heart out and cry my eyes out as well to worship him. And the words, music has a very special way of touching people, but it's not just the music helps, it's the words of the songs. So yeah, we're looking next week, I think it's Good Friday next week, is it? I think it is. So this song is very appropriate as we think about it all. So thank you for joining me this Friday. I hope you've enjoyed it, and please do try and join me next week for Praise Him. And I look forward to seeing you all. Thank you. Bye-bye.